Hello again, everybody. I want to do another Tandy Radio Shack color computer retro gaming video today. Looking at another one of the original sports series that they had for the computer, color computer, and one of those original games was skiing. And a lot of the systems back then had this particular skiing game, so it has a kind of a neat 3D effect. But even the Atari 2600 had it, I believe. I had it on the Intellivision as well. The version for the Radio Shack wasn't anything special graphics wise, but the gameplay was actually pretty good on it. So you were able to kind of just do different skiing mechanics. So it'd slow down going uphill and speed up going down, and you could press the joystick button to basically like use your poles to get you going up the hill and things like that. And I thought it was a really good version of I would say ski, because I think that's kind of uh, the more traditional name for the game, but skiing for Radio Shack. So let's take a start here by looking at the manual for the game, and some nice basic cover art. And this one was programmed by Radio Shack or Tandy, I believe. And yep, division of the Tandy Corporation in Texas. 1981. Robert G. Klingus. I did a search on his name to see if he did any other games that I could find, but I didn't find anything. Wonder if he's still around doing programming for somebody somewhere. So, introduction. Welcome to skiing, a fast-moving, exciting game that can be enjoyed by the ski aficionado, as well as the aspiring novice. Whether you're ready for the Winter Olympics or just getting off the ground, you'll enjoy the challenge of this three-dimensional sport that can be played in your own home. Object. Objects move yourself down the slope to the finish banner in the least amount of time while steering between all the flags or gates. Alright, tells us how to set it up. Oops. Tells you how to start the game, that you can make a new course, and switch the joystick from simple to complex. This is actually kind of a interesting thing with this game. So the simple controls, basically pushing forward makes you go faster, pulling back makes you slow down, and you can steer. The complex controls kind of add in that moving left and right slows you down, and you actually press the joystick button to use your poles to gain speed and go up hills and things like that. So it's basically you're pushing the button to hit it instead of just holding forward. I actually kind of find the complex controls easier. When I push forward on the stick and try to steer, I end up kind of messing up a little bit more. That's just me, anyway. But I thought that the sort of control scheme is really well thought out for just such a basic game. And this kind of goes into sort of explaining all that stuff. So first the red button. So this is the complex controls. First the red button acts as ski poles by giving you a shove down the slope. Always press the button a few times when the gun sounds begin the race. Get you off to a good start. When you need more speed, up hills, etc., push the button. The hills, slopes, and moguls affect your speed. You will slow down when going up a hill and speed up going down. And third, just like alpine skiing, turning will slow you down. Sharp turns slow you down more than gentle turns. A couple of quick turns provide the best way to slow down when you lose control. It's set up pretty well. I just think I'm kind of particularly bad at the game, but because I always end up missing a gate or two, or five. And then just that you can quit the game and some special keys. Kind of tells you the sounds of the game. So If you miss, you get a beep. If you hit the flag, it snaps. That kind of thing. What else? Games to play. I think this is these games that it's telling you they're not game modes in the game. It's more like you do this kind of your own accord. So they're kind of giving you suggestions on how to play with your friends and different types of games that you can do. So like Hot Doggers, where you go down silence and don't hit any gates. But it's not a mode in the game. You would just say, I did that. And if you're playing against your bud, you can both pick a game mode and just kind of follow those rules on your own. And that's pretty much it for the manual. Alright, so switch over to the game here. And so right now I have simple controls, so I'm going to switch those to complex. And makes that really strange sound. I guess when you select things on a computer, it should make cool sounds like that. Make a new course. Each time you run the game, flags will be in the same place until you hit 2 for it to sort of re-randomize the course. And then just 1 starts the game. So let's start the game here. All right. So I'm gonna hit forward, and it'll do an actual synthesized voice, which is pretty cool for this time. I always back in the day when you heard that, I always freaked out about that kind of stuff. All right. So hit my joystick button to kind of get some speed. And if you look down at the bottom of the screen, you see a little dot, and that was me hitting a flag. That dot is used, so it kind of treats this as a first-person perspective. Oop, gotta pick up some speed. And yeah, so I missed that flag. So it's first-person perspective instead of having like a little guy, but that dot kind of represents you as the character. So I guess you could say it's third person if you're looking at the dot. But anyway, you can see it has kind of a neat 3D effect. Has good physics going up and down the hills and stuff. Controls pretty well. I think it's pretty neat. Oh, just made that one. And you know, it's a game that holds up over time. I would say, you know, it's pretty entertaining. If I had some friends that came over, I could say, "Hey, let's play skiing," and we would have a good time, even in this day and age. And it might last us a good while, more than just a quick thing. I could see us kind of making a competition out of it and having a good time playing it. So that gets a good rating in my book. And I forget how many that you have to go through, but I should be close to the bottom. And there's kind of a weird scene at the bottom, which you'll see. Okay, we're almost at the end here. And when you finish, the crowd cheers, and there's all these elves without pants waiting for you, which I find somewhat disturbing. But so I'm not sure why they decided to have half-naked elves at the finish line, but there you go. All right, and hit enter, and takes you back to the screen, and you can play again or reset the course. And that is skiing, one of the early sports titles for the Tandy Radio Shack TRS-80 color computer. Hope you enjoyed the video.